Trademark scams continue to proliferate, unfortunately. In what's now my 25th year in private practice, I've actually never seen the problem as bad as it is now because the scammers keep expanding and evolving, and there's so many types of scams. So today I'm sharing with you 25 important ways to help you avoid trademark scams. First tip, know that everything you file related to a trademark at the US Patent and Trademark Office is in the public records. Second big tip, use an attorney for many reasons when you're filing a trademark application. But one of the valuable reasons is they can give you guidance about scams and they can act as a buffer by being the primary contact. Third tip is if you're scammed, report it to law enforcement. Help hopefully gain some momentum to some sort of crackdown on these scammers. Fourth tip is if you receive or learn about a scam, share it with your attorney so that they can advise you about it and they can stay up to date about the latest tools that the scammers are using. Fifth tip is if you receive some sort of solicitation, communication about your trademark that's not from your counsel, look at it carefully. Look at the name of who it's coming from. Sixth tip, when you're looking at those names, be aware of acronyms like TMP, WTP, NPTS, WTMR. They sound official and government-like, but they're not. They're not the USPTO. But seventh tip is you also have to look out for misuse of the USPTO's name and logo because scammers will do that too. Eighth tip, look at the address. If there's a return address on the envelope or an address asking for money to be sent somewhere, look at that address. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office is in Alexandria, Virginia. So anything related to a trademark that's coming from an address that's different from that is definitely not from the USPTO. Number 9, look at the fine print. If you get something in the mail or by email related to your trademark, there might be very small fine print. That's where the secret is often hidden, that this is bogus, scam, requesting money for something that's not necessary, etc. Number 10 tip is check your trademark renewal dates and keep track of them because some of the scams have to do with sending out fake, wrong renewal dates and trying to collect money well in advance of when a renewal can even be filed. Number 11 tip, beware of offers for publishing your trademark in some sort of directory. When you apply for a trademark at the USPTO, you're automatically in the USPTO's directory. That's really the only one that matters. All these publication offerings are scams. Number 12 tip, important one, don't put your phone number in the USPTO records. It's not a requirement, even though there's a field asking for it, and scams are now coming by telephone call as well. Number 13 tip, don't put your home address in the USPTO public records. Again, they're public records. There are ways that scammers can crawl and pull all the information from those public records. You do not want your home address in there. Number 14, be on alert for calls from someone claiming to be from the USPTO that ask for money over the phone. The USPTO is never going to ask for money over the phone. They cannot take your money over the phone. So this is what we're seeing, unfortunately, as a recent and prevalent scam. Number 15, check and read about the USPTO's own resources on trademark scams and solicitations. They have examples and a fair amount of information at uspto.gov. Check my resources, freely available at www.isthisatrademarkscam.com. I've got examples and I've got more podcast videos, blog posts, etc., talking about all these issues. 17th tip to help avoid trademark scams, use the trademark scam decision tree. This is a graphic I developed a few years back. It helps you break down if you've received something that might be a scam to analyze and categorize whether it is a scam. 18th tip, read my article that I wrote for the American Bar Association in 2021 called The Growing Threat of Trademark Scams. Again, it's now several years later. The threat has only grown and continues to grow. But in that article, I really break down a lot of specifics and examples of the scams. 19th tip, if you are an attorney who files trademarks, search your own name in the USPTO records from time to time and make sure that other people aren't using your name to pretend to be the attorney for somebody else. This is a terrible, unfortunate scam that we've also seen in recent years. 20th tip, tell the USPTO you want to see them do more to combat the scammers. More resources, more ideas, more things, more education, more warnings. 21st tip, follow me on social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, X, TikTok, YouTube. I'm frequently posting examples of the latest scams, so following me is a good way to stay alert about those. 22nd tip, use the USPTO's employee contact lookup. When in doubt, if you received an email or phone call that alleges to be from the USPTO, but maybe your suspicions were raised or something doesn't quite seem right, you can use the employee search function at the USPTO to look up the employee, and here's the key, call them back, because scammers might actually be using real employees' names, but you can call the employee's actual desk and find out if you had just been speaking to them or if there's something suspicious going on. 23rd tip is verify any trademark fee requests with the USPTO's current fee schedule. They publish that. Again, USPTO is never going to ask for fees over the phone, but if you get a request for fees, find out if that fee even correlates to the USPTO's filing fees. 24th tip is understand that online filing services that are out there to help people with the trademark application process is not the same as working with a law firm and does not offer the same type of service and guidance and might be, some of them, involved in scams. 25th and final tip for today about avoiding trademark scams is subscribe to my blog at IPELTON. That's the letter I, Pelton.com. That's where you can be sure you'll get email updates when I publish new materials, examples, videos, etc., with the latest information about scammers. So I hate talking about this subject, but it's a very important one. Lots of people are getting scammed, millions of dollars a year, I believe, because of these trademark scammers. Let's try to help diminish that.